utilizing the tools that I learned and the tools that I picked up to teach that class myself, because that class, I think, me personally, is the only parole mandated class or probation mandated class or whatever court mandated class that I have ever gone through that I thought was effective. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but the difference between those classes is that a lot of these other places, they just act like you were walking down the street one day and decided to become a gang member. Like you were walking down the street one day and decided to start selling drugs, decided to steal from people, decided to be a piece of shit, whatever they want to call it, right? Like there were no contributing factors that led up to this. Like you were just bad, And I think a lot of times that is very reflective on how society views people who've been locked up. Like, yes, there are some people who are like that. There are some people who are just evil. There are some people who are just like that. There are some people who just form these groups out of necessity, out of wanting to survive, out of wanting that camaraderie, that companionship that they never got. Maybe both their parents were on drugs. Maybe both their parents were alcoholics. That led them to becoming a drug addict or an alcoholic. That led them to being in that lifestyle. That led them to being in that world. Things lead people certain places. Now, I'm not erasing the fact that we made our choices. We made our decisions, because erasing that fact takes the power out of our hands. Because it's like, yes, we made bad decisions. We need to admit that. We need to hold ourselves accountable for that. And in so doing, that gives us our power back every single time. Because if I made the decisions to get me to all them prisons, if I made the decisions to get me to being so emotionally unhealthy, mentally unhealthy, spiritually unhealthy, in such a bad place situationally, right? Then I can make the decision to go somewhere else.